Welcome back to your ultimate guide to home ownership. Today, we're diving into the details about FHA loans. Are you eligible? We're about to find out. The Federal Housing Administration, or FHA, offers loans to people who may not qualify for a conventional mortgage. These loans are appealing due to lower down payments, less stringent credit requirements, and the ability to include closing costs in the loan. To be eligible for an FHA loan, you must meet the following requirements. Credit score. While FHA loans have more lenient credit score requirements than conventional loans, you will still need a minimum credit score of 500 to qualify for an FHA loan. However, borrowers with a credit score between 500 and 579 will need to make a down payment of at least 10%. Income. To qualify for an FHA loan, you will need to have a stable employment history and a verifiable source of income. Your debt-to-income ratio must also be within the allowable limits. Property requirements. The property you are purchasing must meet certain requirements to be eligible for an FHA loan. The property must be your primary residence, and it must meet certain safety, soundness, and security standards. How to apply for an FHA loan? To apply for an FHA loan, you will need to follow these steps. Step 1. Find an FHA-approved lender. You will need to find an FHA-approved lender to apply for an FHA loan. Not all lenders offer FHA loans. Step 2. Complete an application. Once you have found a lender, you will need to complete an application for an FHA loan. You will need to provide information about your income. In order to apply for an FHA mortgage, you must possess a Social Security number that is valid and must be of legal age to sign a mortgage in the state where you happen to be residing. If you are ready to start your application, follow the link on the screen or call Jet Direct Mortgage at 1-800-700-4JET. Types of FHA home loans. There are several different types of FHA loans. The type of FHA loan you choose limits the type of home you can buy and how you can spend the money you receive. This makes it especially important to be sure that you're getting the right type of loan. If none of the following loan types match your goals, you might want to consider another type of government loan. We are now going to explore each loan separately. Purchase loan. When it comes to purchasing a home, you can get in with a little as 3.5% down if you have a median FICO registered score of 580. It's worth noting that if you have a score that low, you'll need to keep an equally low DTI. Jet Direct Mortgage requires a ratio of no more than 38% before your mortgage payment is included, and no more than 45% after the inclusion of your payment. If your median FICO registered is 620 or higher, you may be able to qualify with a higher DTI. In no event will your DTI be able to rise above 57%. At Jet Direct Mortgage, you can purchase up to a 2-unit property with an FHA loan. FHA rate term refinances. If you find yourself in a situation where you're in some other type of mortgage and you want to take advantage of lower rates, but your credit has taken a hit, you may want to look into an FHA rate term refinance. This could be a good option because of its less stringent credit requirements. You can use this to lower your rate or change your term with a FICO registered score median as low as 580. Assuming you have a low DTI, you may be able to carry more debt into the transaction if your median FICO registered is 620 or higher. It's worth noting that depending on the amount of equity you carry into the rate term refinance, you could end up paying mortgage insurance premiums for the life of the loan, or at least 11 years with 10% equity or more, in addition to an upfront premium. If you're already in an FHA loan, you can save some money on your rate term transaction. Let's get into that next. FHA Streamline. An FHA Streamline allows homeowners with FHA loans to do a rate term refinance with a few special benefits. To begin with, you may be able to refinance into a lower rate, even if you owe more on your home than it's worth. The logic here is that if you have a more affordable payment, you're more likely to be able to stay in your home and pay it off, which is good for the FHA. You'll also usually be able to get a lower mortgage insurance rate, as the MIP for FHA Streamlines is 0.55% of your overall loan amount annually. Additionally, The upfront MIP is only 0.01%. Cash out refinance. If you're looking to get a cash out refinance, you can do so with an FHA loan. Jet Direct Mortgage requires a minimum median credit score of 620 for an FHA cash out refinance. The FHA does require that if you convert your property value into cash, you leave at least 15% equity in your home. If you're doing a cash out refinance, full documentation is required. This includes income and asset sharing, as well as employment verification. FHA Streamline. An FHA Streamline allows homeowners with FHA loans to do a rate term refinance with a few special benefits. To begin with, you may be able to refinance into a lower rate, even if you owe more on your home than it's worth. The logic here is that if you have a more affordable payment, you're more likely to be able to stay in your home and pay it off, which is good for the FHA. You'll also usually be able to get a lower mortgage insurance rate, as the MIP for FHA Streamlines is 0.55% of your overall loan amount annually. Additionally, the upfront MIP is only 0.01%. To apply for any of the FHA loans listed on this video, call Jet Direct Mortgage at 1-800-700-4JET or simply go to the website address on your screen.